If you're an entrepreneur or money manifestor or someone who's been wanting to make a major improvement in your finances for 2 or more years, but every year seems to pass you by and nothing really changes, then tune in right now because I'm about to show you how I can help you to change all of that in a few months instead of a few years. What I'm about to share with you is like you being handed your financial freedom on a silver platter, because I've created a program that's turned wealth making into an exciting, enjoyable game instead of it being hard work and drudgery. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how the game is played, and you're going to see clearly why the mechanics of it work like a well-oiled machine. And now I'm going to prove to you how we've taken a very lucrative opportunity that's normally a lot harder and normally takes a lot longer to achieve wealth with, and instead restructured it to be a timely, predictable wealth-making machine that inspires action-taking through fun and healthy game-like competition. And if you don't think that anything can be reinvented to be better than it was before, then think of biodegradable drinking water containers, reusable regenerating candles, invisible inflatable upon impact bike helmets, and smartphone-controlled Wi-Fi-enabled multicolored light bulbs. So it won't be too much of a stretch then to imagine that a much better time and energy managed approach to building a business is possible. And like any game, rules define it and can make it very fun. And the same goes for our reinvented and gamified approach to wealth building. So, what exactly did we reinvent? Well, it's a totally reinvented and gamified approach to building something that you never would have believed possible, except now it's been done. So throw away all your preconceived notions about how to build a network marketing business, because by the end of this video, you'll think of it entirely differently than you ever did before. I reinvented the approach so that every single obstacle or objection that normally makes old school network marketing slow, grueling, and unenjoyable is turned into a fun hop, skip, and a jump instead of a monster obstacle course full of blood, sweat, and tears. Because no one has ever said, yes, please sign me up for the hardest, most grueling way to make a lot of money, or please make my side hustle so hard that it feels like I have a second or third job. And when I say we are working smarter, not harder with this approach, that's not just a cute line. I very much mean that I designed it that way because I personally don't want to work harder than I have to in order to make money. And I know you don't want to do so either. So here's what we've done differently compared to all the competition to seriously tackle the 5 major network marketing objections of 1, a lot of people haven't been profitable in a timely manner doing network marketing. Objection 2, I don't have the money to get it off the ground. 3, I don't want to bug my friends and family. 4, I don't want to sell stuff. And 5, I don't want to buy overpriced products. Those are 5 very valid concerns, and here's how we've handled them. To deal with objection number 1 regarding profitability means we needed to create a higher chance that a person could be profitable using our approach compared to other ones. Simply stated, to be profitable means you have to make more money than you've put into the business, and ideally do that in as short a time as possible. So the way we've handled that is by doing 2 main things. We've narrowed the windows of opportunity for people to get on board with the business, and we've made it a competitive game to grow your business more quickly. How have we done this? In a typical approach, getting on board with a network marketing business is very open-ended with an undefined timeline. People often think about it for months and sometimes years before they get involved. I'm a case in point. It took me over a year to get on board when I was first asked. You see, I love the products and I love the financial potential, but I thought, how could I possibly work this into my life and learn the steps I needed to learn and do this and that and blah, 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 blah. And in my mind, I listed all the objections I could. Looking back, I was trying to approach it from the same way everybody else was approaching it. And at that early point in time, I didn't even consider that there might be a smarter way to build the business. It's easy for systems and processes to be approached the same way over and over again, without people taking the time to analyze them and see how they might be restructured or reinvented to be streamlined so that people can get optimal results in the shortest period of time possible. Based on my own behavior and then observations of others, I knew that if we were all going to be profitable on timelines that were going to make us all happy, I knew we'd have to shorten the time it takes for a person to go from thinking about getting into the business to them actually getting on board, but to do so in a way that wouldn't be forceful or pushy at all. So this is what we did. Once you've registered, you immediately get a certain number of positioning points, and your name automatically goes onto our Claim Your Spot list in our group. That list grows through all of my efforts combined with all of the participants' efforts that have brought new people into our Wealth Mastery Training Game group. And every Friday, on Claim Your Spot Friday, about 1/3 of the number of new participants in the game that have been registered in the prior 7 days are given the opportunity to go through the positioning portal. They can either say yes or pass within 48 hours. If they say yes, they get onboarded into the business within the next week. If they say pass, they go to the bottom of the list. And they have to gain positioning points through simple business building tasks, for example, liking and sharing specific social media posts I've made in order to get bumped up higher on the list so their name can potentially be called again. The main reason for all of this is about optimal time management, because nobody wants to spend hours, days, or weeks chasing people down to join my opportunity, nor does anyone want to be chased down and cornered for that reason. So we put boundaries on the process to help simplify it and to speed it up, because if we aren't growing quickly, then people aren't hitting their profitability goals in an optimal time frame, and nobody wants to grow slowly. So the boundaries help everyone respect each other's time and keep our growth goals front and center. People know that if they get their chance to walk through the positioning portal on a Claim Your Spot Friday before all the people that are farther down on the list, they'll make money faster and break even much faster, to the point of even making it possible for some of our participants to be profitable right out of the gate. And then, do you know what that does? It motivates people to do the simple tasks that earn them positioning points to be moved higher up on the list. Because no one wants to be in spot number 100 on the list when they could be called to go through the positioning portal a whole lot sooner if they were in spot number 5. And so that's where the competition piece comes in, because wanting to earn more income sooner than later motivates participants to do the tasks they get positioning points for. And these are the very tasks that help to promote what we're doing and to attract more people into the business. It's a smart tactical approach to business building where you always know what your next action step is, so it gets rid of confusion and overwhelm, which happens for a lot of entrepreneurs in all types of businesses. And subtracting out what I like to call entrepreneurial emotional clutter means that we all grow faster. That brings us to the second common objection of not having enough funds to get started. Although the price point to get started and to place your first monthly order at the level required of our participants might be a lot more doable than you think, here are 2 other reasons to reduce its objectionability. The speed of our growth may make it that you'll be profitable right out of the gate, in which case it's financially unwise for you not to get on board, because you could be making more money each month than you are right now. But let's look at the worst case scenario. What if you're having a really hard time with cash flow right now? In that case, I have no problem with you crowdfunding your startup funds, even within our Facebook group or our future app or within your current social circles. If there's a will, there's always a way, and we will help you find it if that's currently an issue for you. Now, with the third objection about not wanting to bug friends and family, I don't want you to ever bug your friends and family either. Here's what you're going to do instead. You're going to like, comment on, and share specific posts of mine on social media pertaining to wealth mastery that are informational, instructional, and high value. To make additional positioning points, you'll also be able to share my posts about various training events we host. Plus, I have some quizzes in the works that will be attractive to entrepreneurs and manifestors too. Not only do you get positioning points for all these efforts, but it allows us to attract people into what we're doing organically versus having to bug friends and family. And since each participant only needs to bring in 3 people who also say yes to the opportunity, this is ridiculously achievable. According to my calculations, you're looking at ballpark 20 to 25 hours of work as a way to ultimately make you an income at a level that can, without a doubt, replace and surpass your current earnings. That's less than a week's worth of work. Compare that to the 2,000 hours or more of time you put into working your job every single year. That same job that most certainly does not make you income when you sleep, and that does not keep paying you if you're downsized out of your job. And remember that everyone you attract into our wealth game will list your name on their registration form, and they be placed under you whenever they say yes when their name is called on a Claim Your Spot Friday. It's also very possible that people will be placed under you after you've gotten onboarded, even before you've started taking action to get your 3 people on board, because all the people I bring in who weren't referred in by existing participants have to be placed somewhere. And those placements are done equally across the whole business structure. So our individual and collective efforts help everyone grow in the fastest way possible. In the end, when you increase your monthly income by 4 or 5 figures a month, don't worry, your friends and family will start bugging you to find out what you've been doing. This brings us to the 4th objection about selling. Well, simply stated, you don't ever need to sell anything. Not a business opportunity, not a single product. And here's what I mean. You'll just like, comment on, and share specific posts with helpful information and invite people to our training and experiential events through the simple click of a button or via a DM or text. And over time, as you get to know the products, you'll also be able to help by aligning others with specific products to suit their needs. And if you do that, you aren't really selling at all. You are simply helping people to fulfill a need, and then sales happen automatically. Once people are in the group, the opportunities and products are presented for you. So you don't need to learn how to make presentations and do any of that work at all, unless you want to build to the 6-figure per month level and beyond. But you are asked to be on a 3-way call when one of your referrals or your referrals are onboarded. So you can learn how to sign up the people you referred in, and so that you can then in turn help them to do the same as they bring their people in. This is partly because in order for us to grow fast, there are only so many onboarding calls I can do by myself in a week, as I'm also a homeschooling mom with an active online psychotherapy practice. Plus, it gives you a sense of empowerment and mastery as you grow your income through the business. A game-like aspect related to the products is that we have many product training sessions you can attend that earn you transferable positioning points that you can give to the people you've referred in so that they can move up the Claim Your Spot list faster. The 5th objection has to do with not wanting to buy overpriced products. Well, let me ask you this. Since many of the products you'd be getting through this opportunity are the same kinds of products you are already buying for your home and personal care use every single month, are any of the stores you buy products from paying you an income? And unless you work for them, the answer is no. So yes, you will pay more for the same types of products than you would in most stores because it's the nature of the business. And because the products are of extremely high quality, and many have wonderfully therapeutic benefits that have improved wellness for people worldwide. That said, buying these products on a monthly basis, combined with the growth of our team, allows it to be possible for you to make a life-changing income. And at the speed at which our system can operate, you won't be upset about spending more money than you might for similar products elsewhere, because you'll be excited about planning how to use your newfound financial freedom to create the lifestyle you've been dreaming of for so long.
So, if you like what you've heard so far, you're going to want to take a look at my detailed wealth game video that goes into the specifics about the network marketing company, the compensation, and its products. Simply click the Watch Detailed Video button below. Taking action today can significantly change your financial well-being over the next year and beyond. I'll add that if you are at all hesitant to take the next step, take a few moments right now and make a short mental list of all the ways your life would improve if you added an additional 4 or 5 figures to your income every month. Those outcomes can be very, very motivating for anyone who is sitting on the fence about making a decision to move their life forward. So, if you want those outcomes, you have to take the small steps to get you there. And I've created a system that is easier and more doable in a shorter amount of time than anything else I've seen in the marketplace. So click the watch detailed video button below. You have nothing to lose and literally everything to gain.